Lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love and welcome to another episode of Luvers Lane. Now in Luvers Lane, it's really useful, especially for twins who are not in communication or limited communication, or they're just things that aren't being said at the moment. You get to know where your counterpart is at. What do they really want to say, especially if they have challenges with their throat chakra. The counterparts have a natural conversation back and forth, and spirit is the mediator or couples counselor. Okay. Before we get into the reading, guys, you were so amazing on the 18th of August when we had that live with Jody. She felt so welcome, and even now she was texting me this morning and telling me she's just basking in the glow of it all, because she just felt like she was just embraced in loving arms by you guys. And I was telling her how you guys just enjoyed her energy. So I think she's definitely going to be one of those that we're going to have again. Tipsy Tiff. We're going to have a replay of all that I've had on. My sister, Alora the Mystic. You know, I think our tribe has a track record of attracting great energy to our lives. Angela, my Reiki master, I know you guys loved her. So I think I'm going to be having somebody different on each different healing session, because we always learn something new, don't we? Okay. All right. So guys, let's get into this reading. So I'm going to be using the Madame Indora's fortune telling cards, a gift from my lovely soul sister Teresa S. And we're going to use this to see what each counterpart wants to talk about. Just intuitively, because I just put any charge in stone on the packs, but now I'm really looking at them, I'm being drawn to them. And we have for the DM, we have the jade elephant. And you know, to me, this always symbolizes one, Ganesh, okay, the removal of obstacles. So I think this is what's happening in his life, and I think it's going to be a tough time, because I remember this elephant sustained a bit of damage, okay? So it could be going through a tough time right now, but definitely fighting. I'm feeling like warrior energy here, and just going with the flow, because it looks like spirit is working in their life, in the DM's life, and really removing a lot of obstacles, and I think they're going with the flow. That's one. Also, in many Eastern cultures, and particularly African cultures, the king of the jungle is not the lion. The king of the jungle is the elephant. And he's the elephant because he does not have to exert his power. He knows he's very powerful. Okay, he's not like the lion that has to assert himself all the time. He's very powerful. He walks softly. He gets on with every animal on this earth. Well, yes, even man. Every animal on this earth. He's peace-loving, has a long memory, you know, so hold of many secrets, and just beautiful, gentle creatures. They're strong, but they know they don't have to assert themselves. They're respected because they are. And I think this is what, you know, DM is realizing. There's no need to be extra, to be respected or to be liked or to do extra to people please. You're respected because you're a human being, and that masculine energy radiates out of you, and people are going to respect that once you're being your authentic self. And so where that I also chose for DM today, the Tarot of the New Vision, and I think DM is getting a new vision of himself, and a vision of a new life that he can have. There's a lot of clarity that's surrounding him right now. DF has Amazonite, and Amazonite is very famous for heart healing. So that's what she's done. She's gone through a tough time too, had a tough cycle as well. So this time is for her healing, for her to concentrate on herself. It's all about her right now, because I think she's realized that, and by she I mean feminine energy, that when she was meant to be on her journey, she might have been on DM's journey. You understand? So she's now realizing, you know what? My life is not just sitting by and watching DM live his life. I have my life as well. So I think that's where they're both at. But let's see what they want to talk about. What does DF want to talk about? Oopsie. What does DF want to talk about? All right, we have the unicorn, good fortune and friendship. All right, so I think she wants to talk about, she might be experiencing some abundance in her life. She might want to talk about, the status of their connection, and maybe she thinks that the best foot forward right now would be through a friendship. She might want to let him know that there's some kind of turn in the tide, that she's getting intuitive because she is the unicorn. She is the unicorn. She's very high vibration. Or she might want to talk about him and how special he is. I don't know. I have to pull cards on that. Nah. I'm not gonna say it, guys. All right, so no. All right, so nah. All right, so anywho's, what does he want to talk about? The key. It says locked doors can now be opened. Okay, so he wants to open a particular door here. I do think it's a door to new opportunities, a start over, a door to love that was previously closed, but it looks like there's some opportunity now to open it, or it could be the key to his heart. It says locked doors can now be opened. All right, so let's pull some cards on these two, and let's get the messages. And maybe if I get a prompt from the cards, then maybe I'll say what keeps coming to mind with that unicorn card. Okay, so DF wants to talk about the unicorn. All right, I don't know. I heard that she wants to talk about the elephant in the room, and when I raised up the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse is my pathological liar. So there's something. I think there's some kind of a lie that DM may have told that they may not have spoken about. Maybe she wants to talk about it now and clear the air. Yeah, there's some kind of elephant in the room she wants to talk about. What's this about? Spirit, what's this unicorn card? Yeah, we have the World. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. So she's shifting and ascending. This is what I'm getting. It's what it would, because this line up here aligns with that good fortune and friendship banner we're seeing under here. So she's shifting and ascending. And remember I spoke about heart healing? This is exactly what she's doing right now. She's focusing on herself, her own good fortune. She's making new friends. And I think she wants to extend a hand of friendship to DM, because she's not going to get herself involved in any low vibrational energies. Okay, so if that is where he's still at, she is moving on. Because she's done so much heart healing and she's healed her heart, she's no longer attracting anyone or anything that is not of love. She's no longer pandering to her own insecurities. She's no longer pandering to her previously broken heart, because she's healing. This is causing a shift within her world, and it looks like there's a whole new world that's opening up for her. Opportunities for abundance, opportunities for friendships, and opportunities for new connections, and she wants to talk about that. So it's an end to her insecurities. And he wants to talk about the key, a locked door that can now be opened. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. He's also letting her know that even though they may not be talking right now, he has also been working on himself. And he's saying goodbye to immaturity, particularly immaturity when it comes to communication. Okay. Now, I also see here, let me just pull on this. Yeah. Right. I also see here that he wanted to know that he's still holding on to this connection. He thinks that it's a gift. Okay. And it's a gift that he's ready to unwrap. Okay. He wants to present himself to her wrapped in a big bow as well. Okay, so he's holding on to this connection and wants to make the effort, wants to work on this where he may not have worked on this contract before. Okay, it looks like he's read the fine print. He's gone through it numerous times and looks like he's ready to sign on a dotted line. So if this connection was blocked in the past because he wasn't ready, he's letting you know that he's working on himself. He's working on his maturity. And he thinks that there's some kind of door that you guys can open together, and it could be the door to love, because they're showing me that door to love card from the Divine Energy Oracle. That's what they're showing me in my head. All right, so let's see. So she wants to talk about the shift that's happening with her, and it's feminine energy, whether they're male or female in body. Okay, let's have a look. We have the Hierophant, and this shift is happening because she's learned her lesson. Okay, whatever lesson she was supposed to learn about her self-esteem and self-love, she's learned it, and this was causing the big shift in her life. She wants to talk about that. She's all high vibe. She's ascending. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords reverse, yeah. And we have Judgment in reverse. And she literally says what I just said before. She says, DM, I'm no longer entertaining anyone who is not, anyone or anything that's not high vibe, who's not on my vibration. I've freed myself from that cycle, and I will no longer be investing in connections or things or projects that do not align with my soul purpose. That's literally what she's saying. Literally. And his response, damn, she says she's done with any kind of low vibing energy, any kind of low vibing behavior. Anyone who refuses to awaken, she's done with that. What do you have to say to that? And he has Death card in reverse. She's no longer dealing with anyone that refuses to awaken. And we have the Knight of Swords. No. Yeah. The Knight of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Swords. And the Eight of Cups in reverse. And he says, I've not been talking to you as much as I used to lately. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just that I'm very anxious. And I don't want you to see me like this. I've been very depressed. I have so many nightmares about how this can go wrong and how I might lose you. Please don't walk away from me. Please just be patient. I'm just going through a tough time. So he's not playing games with you, DF. He's just going through a tough time. I also see he has some kind of addictions that he's battling with. He's battling his inner demons. So he wants you to know that, DF. He's not trying to ignore you. He's no longer playing games. It's nothing like that. He's just going through a tough time, and he's battling his own inner demons right now. And for some of you guys, it is addictions that he's battling. And he just wants you to be patient and understanding whilst he goes through this. So he just wants you to be patient and understanding, DF. He's just going through a tough time, dealing with his own shit. What have you to say about that? And you're like, I'm not his mama. Oh shit. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. No, that's usually a karmic. But I heard when I pull that card out, I heard I'm not his mama. DF is just rebelling right now. And then she has Page of Pentacles. And she's kind of pissed off. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And she's like, yada, yada, yada. I've heard this all before. He's been in the same cycle over and over and over again, facing his inner demons, looking, trying to sort his shit out, being depressed, and I'm over it. I'm not his mama. I'm not his babysitter. And the least he can do is reach out and tell me something. She's not having it. She says she's not your mama, DM. She says she is not your mama. And he says, Two of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. And Six of Cups. He's like, I know you're not seeing me taking action, but quite frankly, I have. I have chosen you. I have chosen this soul connection. It's just that I need time to sort myself out. He just needs time. He's chosen you, DF. What do you have to say to that? He says he's chosen you. Okay? He's chosen this soul connection. He knows that you're the soulmate, but he just needs time. And you see Six of Swords in reverse. Knight of Pentacles upright. Three of Swords in reverse. And Temperance in reverse. Listen, I understand the situation, but you have to understand what I'm going through. He's been taking his dead time, moving so slow. And right now, I just have to focus on myself. I'm wounded too. I have to heal my heart too. And I have to bring balance back into my life. I've been giving my everything to this connection, and now it's time to give my everything to me. Damn, she says she's giving enough to this connection. Right now, she needs to focus on herself. So she's not abandoning you, but she's just choosing herself. What do you have to say to that? Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, he's healing his heart too. They're both doing the same thing. Four of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles in reverse. I want to heal this connection, but I know that I have to heal my heart first. I know now the reason why I've been so closed off. And I know it's related to my father. And I don't want to be like him. I want to be different. And that's why it's so important that I take this time out to heal myself. So DF, he doesn't want to be like his dad. And he feels like if he rushes in right now, he will be like his dad. What do you have to say to that? He just doesn't want to be like his dad. He wants to be different, but he knows to be different, he has to heal his heart. What do you think about that, DF? Six of Wands. Page of Wands in reverse. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that's all good and interesting. And I'm genuinely very happy for him that he's really looking at his childhood and doing his healing. But that doesn't have to do anything with the fact that he's not reaching out and he's not communicating. And I'm pretty sure he's communicating to her. Who's her? The karmic. Okay. So DM, she says she sympathizes with that. She's truly happy that you're looking at these wounds. But at the same time, she feels like the lines of communication should remain open. And she's pretty sure that you're still talking to the karmic anyway. So if you can talk to the karmic, you can talk to her. What do you have to say about that? We have Tower. Four of Swords. And the World. He's saying, well, I have to talk to the karmic, actually, because things are ending between us. There's been this big shake-up, this big Tower moment that shook me out of my inaction. I've turned my back on that connection, on this relationship. We only talk now to sort legal matters. Yeah, that's what I heard, legal matters. Legal matters out between us. But everything has been burned to the ground. I just found out that the karmic deceived me. They were hiding how deceptive they were. They were showing me all this abundant fruit, but underneath it all, it was this snake. And my mind was clouded by all the illusions, but now everything is as plain as day, and I'm turning my back on that situation. Deaf, he says he's turning his back on the situation, and he's also saying that he's only talking to the karmic to sort out their legal issues. It's not because he wants to ignore you and he's entertaining her or anything like that. And you say, Three of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords. And the King of Wands in reverse. She's like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. I'm just so frustrated by this whole situation because all I'm seeing is inaction. When what I need right now is truth and I need clarity. She's not seeing that from where she stands. All she's seeing is you being in the same position that you've been since she met you. Okay, so you are saying that you're different, but she's not feeling that. And she needs that communication. She needs that communication. She needs that open line of communication. And you say, DM, what do you say to that? Four of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess. And the Ten of Swords. I just need time. This ending has taken so much out of me. When you know the truth, you will really understand how much I've put up with in the karmic situation. I have been betrayed every which way, and I'm just feeling broken. I feel absolutely insecure. I've been taking a lot of time for myself, time away from others, and I'm really seeing the truth and the wisdom behind everything that happened. But I'm not willing to talk. I'm not ready to talk to anybody right now. I just need some time for myself. He just needs time, dear. He has to debrief. Try to figure out how he manifested the situation that he's in. And you're like, he can take all the time he wants. Listen, dear, you're being bitchy today. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you right up, you're being very bitchy today. So you're like Hermit. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. No, 10 of Wands in reverse. And the High Priestess in reverse. He can take all the time that he wants. And yes, I do know that he has a lot of baggage to sort through. I just wish that he would talk to me. Maybe this is something that I might be able to help with. Maybe this is something that I might be able to guide him through. But you know, TF, everybody heals in their own way. And sometimes people just need to direct. In fact, all the time, people need to be the directors of their own healing. I think you just need to focus on yourself right now. Anyway, DM, she says that she can perhaps guide you, but the lines of communication should be open. She just wishes that you would talk to her. And DM says 7 of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the 5 of Pentacles. He's like, no, I need this time alone. I don't think you understand. It's not just the karmic, although this has been a great challenge because now she's out for blood. It's not just the karmic. It's also my finances. It's my investments. It's everything that I've pumped my time, energy, and effort into. All of that is just crumbling. And this is the way I heal. I heal in isolation. Everybody's different, DF. I just want to remind you of that. Anyway, he says he heals in isolation and that there's a lot that he's dealing with right now. And you're like 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords. And you're like, I don't believe that, quite frankly, and I think I'm seeing things pretty clearly. I'm seeing that he is still holding on to his old situation. This is my point of view. He's still holding on to this situation, and I don't think that he's ready to face me because he can't deal with the conflict that may arise. I think that's why he's being so defensive. She says she doesn't believe you, damn. She thinks that you're still holding on to your old life, and you're just ignoring her because you don't want any conflict. You're just being avoidant. And DM says, Ace of Swords, I'm telling the truth. Death card in reverse. And the 7 of Wands. He's like, I understand why you would think that, but I'm telling the truth. Now, I know that I've been stubborn in the past, and I know that I used to resist this transformation. I know that, so I understand why you're like that. But know that I am standing up for myself. I am fighting for this connection. It's just that it's going to take a bit of time. DF, he says that he's telling the truth. It's just taking time. And you're like, Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Listen, I've known him longer than you. Excuse me. He's so heavily codependent. He's so afraid of branching out on his own, especially financially. He's just never going to leave. He's just never going to leave. DF, with that kind of pessimistic attitude, you're not going to manifest a connection that you still seem to be interested in. I'm just letting you know that. Okay? Because if you imagine the worst, you're going to get the worst. I'm just letting you know, okay? As a friend. DM, what you have to say to that? She says that you're so codependent that you're never going to leave. And she might be right. 8 of Swords. 3 of Cups in reverse. And the 10 of Wands. He's like, yeah, I might be trapped in my thoughts right now. Might be trapped in my fears, but I am going to release this third party because I'm not happy. I'm tired of carrying the burden of it. I'm tired of carrying the burdens of that relationship. It's going to be over soon. And DF, you can have the last word if you like. And she shall. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Strength card in reverse. And the 7 of Swords. I think that you're lying and I think that you're fooling yourself. Your abandonment issues have kept you stuck. And you've been giving your power away to them for the longest while. What makes this time so different? Okay, DM is going to have the last word. What makes this time so different? Because he's saying there are locked doors that now can now be open. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. And the 3 of Swords reverse. What makes this time so different is that I'm actually taking time out to heal my heart instead of just juggling. I know that you are the one. I wasn't sure before. I wasn't. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't sure before. But I now know that you are the one. That's the difference. I have clarity. So he says he has clarity. All right, so let's get some advice from Spirit, okay? Let's get some advice. DF, you're not believing anything that he says, which is not a good start for a connection, by the way. And whilst it's understandable, because it looks like there's been a lot of game playing in the past, people do change. And it does sound like he's changing. And Spirit is also letting you know that prosperity lies ahead, full moon in Taurus. Okay, and that kind of aligns with what you want to talk about, which is good fortune. Anyways, so what's the advice for DF? And what's the advice for DM? And this is the advice for the couple. Expect this. What did I just say? Did I just say that anybody can change? And Spirit is reminding you of that. I mean, people always have the power to change. Think about yourself in these past few years. Haven't you made monumental progress? Then have faith that they can do the same. Okay? It says new moon eclipse. So that whenever the next new moon eclipse, maybe that's also significant. And then for DM, it's time to breathe out. And I always think of, breathing out like when Steve Noble does his meditation, breathe out negative energy, right, from your body. Spirit is saying this is what you need to do, okay? It's time to clear your energy. Clear your energy of the negative and low vibing people, places, and things that are keeping you back right now. And also expect happiness. Don't keep holding your breath, okay? Waiting for the other shoe to drop, okay? And don't keep holding your breath for other people to change. It's time for you to change. And the advice for the couple is hold your vision, okay? Keep the faith. That's what I'm getting with this card. Keep the faith. Be fixed, okay? So my loves, that was your reading. I really hope that it helped you. Please, DF, you have to change your vision, right? Stop being so pessimistic. Expect good things and good things will come. Guys, grateful for your likes, shares, subscribes, dislikes. They all help the channel grow. And if you're able to go a step further and interact with any of the ads that may have played during this reading, that's beautiful energy exchange for me. And please do for any reader that you enjoy. Take care. All my love. Bye.